Once upon a time, nestled amongst the petals of a giant sunflower in a hidden meadow, lived a tiny fairy named Luna. Unlike her friends who flitted about during the day, Luna was a sleepy fairy. Her wings, the color of twilight, shimmered with a dreamlike glow, and her eyes held the sparkle of 1,000 fireflies. Luna loved to sleep. She dozed off during morning dewdrop showers, snoozed through butterfly ballet practice, and even napped during the nightly moonbeam dance party. Her friends, the buzzing bumblebees and the chirping crickets, would tease her gently. "Wake up, Luna," they'd say, "there's so much magic to experience in the meadow." But Luna, nestled in a bed of soft clover, would just smile sleepily and murmur, "The best magic happens in dreams, my friends." One day, a strange silence fell over the meadow. The usually vibrant flowers drooped, the playful butterflies fluttered listlessly, and the cheerful songs of the birds were replaced by worried chirps. A grumpy cloud had settled over the meadow, blocking out the sunshine and the happy magic that filled it. Luna, awakened by the unusual quiet, peeked out from her clover bed. She saw the worried faces of her friends and the gloomy sky above. Now, even Luna knew something was wrong. Gathering her courage, Luna fluttered towards the grumpy cloud. "Why are you so sad, big cloud?" she asked in her soft, sleepy voice. The cloud rumbled, its voice like distant thunder. "I've lost all my happy dreams," it moaned, "and without them, I can't sprinkle sunshine on the meadow." Luna understood. Dreams were the source of all magic. In the meadow, without the cloud's happy dreams, everything would become dull and dreary. But Luna knew a secret. The best dreams happened when you slept soundly. So, with a gentle, in a lush, sun-kissed meadow nestled at the base of a grand old oak tree, there lived a small, timid seedling named Sprout. Unlike the tall, proud flowers that surrounded it, Sprout was just a tiny green shoot. It longed to be as colorful and magnificent as the blossoms, but it was afraid of the world beyond the soil. One sunny morning, as Sprout stretched its leaves toward the warm sun, it overheard a conversation among the older flowers. They spoke of a mysterious and wondrous place known as the Garden of Dreams, where the most extraordinary flowers flourished. This garden was rumored to be far beyond the meadow, across a daunting field and through a dark and tangled forest. Although Sprout was anxious, a deep desire to become extraordinary welled up inside. With a newfound sense of determination, it decided to embark on a journey to the Garden of Dreams. The journey would be filled with challenges and uncertainties, but Sprout was willing to take the risk. As Sprout ventured out into the unknown, it encountered a host of creatures and obstacles. A friendly ladybug named Lily offered guidance through the field, and a wise old spider, Spinner, helped navigate the forest's twists and turns. Along the way, Sprout also made friends with a playful breeze and a nurturing raindrop. At last, after overcoming countless obstacles and facing its fears, Sprout reached the Garden of Dreams. It was a breathtaking sight, with vibrant colors and enchanting fragrances everywhere. In this magical garden, Sprout realized that it didn't need to be as tall or colorful as the other flowers to be extraordinary. It had its own unique beauty. Sprout made a permanent home in the Garden of Dreams, inspiring other flowers with its tale of bravery and determination. It learned that true greatness came from within, and being oneself was the most extraordinary thing of all. And so, the little seedling, once timid and small, grew into a symbol of courage and self-acceptance. reminding everyone that no matter how small or different they may feel, they too have the potential to blossom in their own extraordinary way. Covered in sparkling snow, lived two best friends, Gerda with hair as sunny as buttercups, and Kai with eyes as blue as winter skies. They spent their days building snowmen, having snowball fights, and telling each other stories under the twinkling stars. But one blustery winter night, a strange thing happened. A chilling wind howled, carrying whispers of a magical snow queen who lived in a faraway ice palace. As Gerda and Kai played outside, a flash of light blinded them. When they opened their eyes, Kai was gone. Gerda, heartbroken, knew she had to find him. She bundled up in her warmest clothes and set off on a brave journey. Along the way, she met many fascinating characters. A wise old crow who pointed her towards a flower garden overflowing with talking blooms. The flowers, once touched by the Snow Queen's magic, told Gerda that Kai was indeed taken to the Ice Palace. A playful river who offered her a fast current to flow on, whispering stories of faraway lands. A kind robber woman with a heart as warm as a crackling fire. The robber woman, touched by Gerda's determination, helped her escape on a reindeer. Finally, Gerda reached the magnificent ice palace, its walls shimmering like frozen waterfalls. Inside, everything was cold and crystal clear. There, she found Kai, pale and emotionless, playing with sharp shards of ice. But Gerda wouldn't give up. She rushed to him, tears streaming down her face. As her warm tears fell on Kai's cheek, a tiny shard of ice that had lodged in his eye melted away. In that moment, Kai recognized Gerda, and the warmth of their friendship melted the ice around his heart. Together, they escaped the Snow Queen's grasp, their love and friendship stronger than any magic. Back in their cozy town, with the spring sunshine chasing away the winter chill, Kai and Gerda continued their adventures, forever grateful for the power of love and friendship that had brought them back together. In the heart of a buzzing beehive kingdom lived Flora, a young fairy not quite like the others. Unlike her friends who loved flitting from flower to flower, gathering pollen and shimmering with joy, Flora felt a pull towards the stage. She dreamt of grand tales, dramatic monologues, and the teary applause of captivated audiences. One sunny morning, during a particularly boring pollen collection session, Flora announced, "I can't do this anymore. I want to be an actress." Her friends buzzed in confusion. "Flora, everyone knows our duty is to the flowers," chirped Bella, a fairy with wings the color of a dandelion. "But acting is important too," argued Flora. "It tells stories, makes people laugh, cry, feel everything." The other fairies sighed. Flora's head was always in the clouds, dreaming of far-off things. Ignoring their disapproval, Flora flew off, determined to create her own stage. She landed on a magnificent toadstool with a flat, red cap. Perfect. She gathered pebbles for props, dewdrops for spotlights, and a fallen leaf for a dramatic cape. With a deep breath, Flora began her one-woman show, a grand tale of a brave firefly rescuing a lost ladybug. As she performed, her voice trembling with nervousness at first, something magical happened. A caterpillar, usually munching on nearby leaves, stopped mid-bite, captivated. A beetle, known for his grumpy scowl, cracked a tiny smile. One by one, the meadow creatures gathered, drawn to Flora's passion. But then, disaster struck. A gust of wind, caused by a grumpy bumblebee named Bartholomew, toppled Flora's entire stage. Her carefully gathered pebbles scattered, the dewdrops rolled away, and the leaf cape fluttered off. Flora froze, tears welling up in her eyes. Suddenly, a loud, booming voice echoed through the meadow. It was Bartholomew, looming over her, his frown deeper than ever. Flora braced herself for a scolding. Instead, Bartholomew surprised everyone. "That was impressive," he mumbled, looking away. "Your story, it made me forget my troubles for a moment." And then, to Flora's amazement, the other creatures chimed in. The caterpillar praised her bravery, the beetle complimented her storytelling, and Bella, her friend, even admitted she found it a bit entertaining. Flora, overwhelmed with joy, realized something important. Acting wasn't just about her, it was about connecting with others, making them feel something true. From that day on, Flora continued her performances, no longer alone but supported by her newfound audience. And though pollen collection remained a duty, the meadow now buzzed with laughter and applause, thanks to the little fairy who dared to dream of a dramatic stage beneath the sun. Once upon a time, far, far away, in the inky black sky, lived a dazzling galaxy named Twinkletopia. Twinkletopia wasn't like any other galaxy. It wasn't the biggest or the brightest, but it was the most sparkly and playful. Twinkletopia was filled with millions of twinkling stars, each one unique and special. There were tiny, playful stars who loved to chase each other around, leaving shimmering trails of light. There were giant, wise stars who spun stories of faraway lands and whispered secrets to the sleeping planets below. And there were even mischievous stars who loved to twinkle on and off, making the whole galaxy blink like a giant disco ball. But Twinkletopia's heart and soul was a radiant, warm star named Sunny. Sunny wasn't the biggest or the brightest star either, but his light shone with a special kind of warmth and kindness. He loved to watch over the planets in Twinkletopia, helping them stay warm and healthy with his gentle glow. One day, a small, lost comet named Comet came streaking through space, feeling lost and scared. He had been separated from his comet family and didn't know how to find his way back. He landed in Twinkletopia, his tail drooping, and his light flickering faintly. The little stars gathered around him, curious about the newcomer. But they were also a little shy. It was Sunny, with his friendly smile and warm light, who approached Comet first. "Hello," Sunny said in a gentle voice. "I'm Sunny. Welcome to Twinkletopia. What brings you here?" Comet, surprised by Sunny's kindness, shared his story. He spoke of his family and how he got lost. Sunny, listening patiently, promised to help. Together, Sunny and the little stars used their twinkling light to show Comet the way back to his family. They sang him songs of the galaxy, played games of hide and seek amongst the planets, and shared stories of their adventures. Finally, after many twinkling nights, they reached the edge of Twinkletopia. In the distance, Comet saw the familiar trail of his comet family, their tails glowing brightly. He cried tears of joy and thanked Sunny and the little stars for their help. "Thank you," Comet said, his voice filled with gratitude. "You're the kindest galaxy I've ever seen." Sunny smiled warmly. "Remember, Comet," he said, "even the smallest light can shine brightly and help others. And remember, you're always welcome in Twinkletopia." Comet zoomed off, his tail blazing a trail of gratitude. From that day on, Twinkletopia continued to be the most playful and sparkly galaxy in the sky, always ready to help anyone who needed it, proving that even the smallest light can make a big difference.